So in this video, I have something super special. I'm going to be reviewing a pair of climbing shoes from 1970. These are the classic EB Super Gratton. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I love looking into climbing history, and I've always been curious about what the climbing shoes and climbing gear was like that the climbing pioneers used back in the day. So in this video, I'm gonna test these outside on a range of boulders, and I'm also gonna do a comparison to some more modern shoes. So I've brought my TC Pros and La Sportiva Futuras, something that's aggressive, something that's similar to this shoe, but are modern. So I can see how these compare to shoes that are, what, 50 years older than these, which is crazy to think about. These were super popular when they came out. They were used really popularly in Fontainebleau, the bouldering area outside of Paris in France. And then they started to export them a lot to the United States, where they were used a lot in Yosemite. Now these shoes I bought on eBay for pretty cheap. They seem to be fairly used, but I will say that they do appear to have been resold. You know, I love looking into climbing history, and one thing that I often think about is how impressive the ascents that were done 50 years ago, whatever it might be, considering they didn't have a lot of modern innovations like cams or crash pads, or, I mean, they probably used mattresses. Probably the largest category of innovation, or one of them, is climbing shoes. They've definitely come a long way in the years, and you kind of need climbing shoes to climb hard. They definitely have that kind of like old canvas feel. I feel like a lot of the shoes that I wear today are so comfortable. Like they're padded and there's soft velvety feeling fabric, but this stuff is durable for sure. Oh, these are so cool. They look old. They got the high top. My ankles are gonna be protected. I'm gonna start on this warm-up V1 behind me. The feet look pretty bad. A little nervous. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. All right, never climbed that before. They just felt really unprecise. Like I went to put my foot on a really small, like 2mm edge, and the side of my big toe slapped on it. They just feel really blocky. But I'm gonna switch over to the TC Pros and see how this goes in a modern shoe. TC Pros, success. Felt easier, but still hard. I think the main thing is that I just know these shoes really well. I know what they're capable of. I know where they fit on my feet. I've been using them for years. The other shoes are brand new to me. Like the opposite of brand new, but to me, new. All right, the second boulder is a V4 slab right behind me. If I remember, there's a pretty committing foot at the very end of the problem when you're highest off the ground. I'll see how it goes. First in the TC Pros. Nope. Harder than I remember. Got it. Okay. You got this. I will try it. It's just spooky. Feels like my foot is like I'm pressing off of a platform as opposed to just stepping up with my toes. There's so much material between rock and foot, like the shoe material, that the connection to the rock isn't as secure. And then that happens. Nope! Oh! Okay, okay. Ha! Oh my gosh. Okay, foot held, foot held. You agree. I'm not gonna do that again because it's scary. It's really high above the mats. I'm gonna spotter, but I don't know. It kind of worked. That was so close. So far, what I'm noticing with the shoes is that they're working. The rubber seems to be pretty similar to like modern day rubber, which maybe it is, these were resold. But what I'm learning is that the main innovations right now to modern shoes is just comfort and that sort of form around your foot. So, which does lead to functionality. It definitely does, because I have more trust and confidence in the newer shoes. But these old shoes are still working, which makes sense because people like climbed El Cap with them in the 70s all day long. Here I am punting off of local V4, but on to the next problem. So far, really fun. Okay, up next is this V3 or V4 behind me called Moso roof. I did it a long time ago. I don't really remember the beta, but it's a roof. It requires, I believe, a pretty powerful heel hook to get over the roof and a lot of downward toe pressure when you're getting to the lip, which these shoes are super stiff. I think that the Futuras, the more downward, aggressively shaped shoe, is going to do a little bit better here just because it's more specialized for this type of climbing. But we'll give it a shot, see how it goes in the EBs. So guys, I can't lie to you. I got on this thing and I couldn't believe how hard it was. Those finger holds that I'm reaching for are absolutely tiny. There's nothing positive about them. And I just couldn't do this thing. I tried throwing for the lip a couple times, and the lip hold isn't like this bomber jug. It's kind of a flat edge. And I just didn't have this one in me. I gave it a lot of tries in the EBs, and then I switched over to the Sportivas. Both shoes were not even cutting it. So even though I didn't send this thing, I still don't think the EBs are well designed to handle roofs and overhangs. So after climbing a full day in these shoes, I think the main takeaway I have is that these are really capable shoes, and I think it points towards how those climbers from the 1970s and 80s were able to do such significant first ascents. These shoes can get the job done. I think obvious downsides are that they're super heavy and very bulky, and that we've made huge improvements to just the overall comfort of the shoe. And then beyond that, we've also made improvements to getting shoes that are very specialized. So something like this La Sportiva is downturned. You're gonna have a better time on roofs and overhanging climbing and heel hooking. These don't even have, I mean, they have a little bit of heel rubber, but heel hooking in this thing, you feel it on the fabric and it's just not comfortable. You wouldn't wanna do that a lot. And so with that, that is my review of the Super Gratton climbing shoes from 1970. If you like the video, consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.